Welcome back to Let's Play Gran Turismo 4, part 126. So now, we're going back to do a couple endurance races that... And for this one, we're going to Laguna Seca for the 200-mile race, and we're going to be using the Viper GTS. And I think we're going to go silver and blue this time around. I wish there were more color options like yellow with black stripes and stuff. I don't know all the color combos for the GTS. But we're going to be getting that, and I'm also going to get some racing hards, and I'm going to start off on just like the vanilla hards. And I'll get the super hards as well. But I'm pretty sure hards are like the best strat for this endurance to begin with. And I'm just gonna buy this preemptively. If the A-spec points are too low, then I'll go ahead and take it off. But I want this to be like at least somewhat close. It is gonna be a 200-mile race after all. So my mic volume is too low, I think. Let's raise that up a little bit. Test, test, test. E. Yeah, that'll do. Right, so now I don't think I need to do anything else, so we'll just hop right into it. Oh my god, I thought I had a dead pixel on my monitor for a second. But here we go for 90 laps at Laguna Seca. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. And I chose a Viper GTS of all things. So this is probably gonna be a disaster. And speaking of disaster, not only is the Saline S in here, but also the 4 GTs, so those might be a little bit of trouble. Not really looking forward to that, but hopefully the supercharger will get us where we need to be in terms of the competition. So we'll give ourselves the AIDS vaccine like always. And yeah, I probably got my channel demonetized by saying that because vaccines are sensitive nowadays or some shit. But here we go. And 28 A-spec points. I'm just going to stick with this, I guess. So we'll go ahead and get the music started. If the music is too loud, let me know. I'm only talking to like the stream here, if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact. But yeah, I've found a way to play the non-copyrighted stuff for the stream, but have it muted from my end, while I can listen to copyrighted music for myself, so the stream at least gets something, and I get to listen to whatever I want, which is always nice. I would like to play the same music I'm listening to, but YouTube has copyright rules, and I don't want the stream getting claimed and having to wait 3 to 5 business days for processing to mute the audio in the stream. So I'm just going to be rolling with it like this. Music isn't too loud? Okay, good to know. Good to know. Also, keep in mind, besides GT4 Online every 3 weeks, I have hardly played this in the past, like, month or two. So we'll see how much I suffer at the start here. Just already plowing through traffic. And going wide. And I also checked the AI. They seem to be like around 450 horsepower, or at least the GTO is. And they all use racing hards as well, so I'm on the same tires as them. So we should be even in terms of that. But I am probably going to be leaving them in the dust. Maybe I don't really need that supercharger. But to be honest, I mean, it's a 90-lap race, I'm going to be smoking them regardless. Having a close race with only 6 cars on a race this long is pretty much impossible. So yeah, there's that. Oh man, I gotta learn how to drive this. It's actually quite stable on these racing hards. That was gonna be an absolute mess, but even in chase cam, it's actually pretty good. I need to play GT6 again. I have literally only played GT6 once. Because I bought it, like, in... I don't even remember what year I bought it in. I think I bought it in, like, 2016, 2017, 2018. I have no idea. But basically, I downloaded GT6 on my PS3. And because I did all the updates all at once, the application was pretty much bricked. And I couldn't open it. I couldn't play it. Just like nothing would happen. So, a couple months ago, I actually reinstalled it and like did like a few batches of the updates at a time, and I finally got it to work. And I think I just barely got past the National B license, and then I got bored of it. I was just trying to make a little bit of progress to get a R34 for a video I wanted to do, but that's about it for now. I don't really like the one-dimensional progress of GT6, if you know what I mean. Like, there's not a lot of freedom in terms of, like, what events you do. It's kind of like the same thing with GT5, in terms of, like, you had to rank up to unlock certain events and stuff like that. And then you had to... you got to a point where you had to grind the same events over and over again just to bring your level up to progress. So that's what I like about GT 2, 3, and 4. I can't say anything about 1 because I've only played it like once as well. But you just had more freedom in GT 2 through 4. Oh, I'm reading in chat. Am I ready for the update this week? Absolutely. Apparently there's going to be, well, this is based off like Denkai's prediction at least, but there's supposed to be 2 new track layouts. It's like Nürburgring Grand Prix short circuit or something like that. It's basically the part where the south end of the track is cut off. And there's some other endurance layout. It's not the 24-hour that I'm thinking of, but I don't remember what it's called exactly. But Nenkai pretty much said those 2 are ready, and they showed up in the previous update as in terms of like the files and stuff. So maybe we'll be seeing that. But it's also pretty cool that we get 5 cars this time, considering like, well, we already knew like the Ferrari VGT was going to be one for a couple weeks now. So we still get like 4 new surprise cars: the C8 Corvette, the that one Alpha Giulia. I don't remember the specific trim of it. Not really interested in that one that much. The Celica GT4, which I am super stoked about. Our first Group A WRC car. So hopefully we'll be getting more of those in the future. And the Bugatti Veyron, not Veyron, what the fuck, Chiron. So now I can finally tell Andrew Tate to his face what color my Bugatti is. My Bugatti. Did I forget one? That was 5, right? Yeah, the Ferrari VGT. I'm pretty sure that's 5. I can't count. Oh, what's up, Nick? How you doing? Haven't seen you pop into my stream recently. What the hell, man? Some rumors going around the internet that Vince McMahon is trying to make a comeback. I don't really know who that is. I probably sound like an idiot for not knowing, because it might be, like, obvious, but yeah. The name doesn't really ring the bell. Yes, I will do all the 24-hour events. In fact, I've already done one of them, the Sarth without chicane. And hopefully this weekend I'll be doing Nürburgring 24-hour. And by the way, I do those completely in A-Spec. This entire playthrough is 100% A-Spec. I'm not using B-Spec a single time. Because I'm a masochist. And most importantly, I just want to be able to flex. Tell people that I completed GT4 entirely in A-Spec. And, yeah. You been busy? Yeah, I get it. I would say I'm busy as an excuse, but technically I haven't been busy at all. Just lazy. I'm hoping to get more busy sometime soon, though. I just realized that the 3 marker is already gone. I don't know if that's feet or... Yeah, it's gotta be feet, right? 300 feet. Actually, it seems a little too short. Okay, it braked way too early for that one. Yeah, I can totally get it. People don't have, like, the patience or the sanity to do those. I'm just crazy enough. And besides, like, if you're not making, like, a YouTube series off of it, then it makes even more sense why people would not even bother, but... For me, it is content, and to have, like, the entire 24-hour race on YouTube... it makes it a little bit more worth it. Now, it would be cool if I could do the Nürburgring 24-hour all in one sitting. I highly doubt that's going to happen, because I don't want to torture myself like that. But, I don't know, maybe if I can make, like, some sort of viral video on it or whatever. Like, I did the Nürburgring 24-hour in one sitting, or... I drove for 24 hours straight. Something along those lines. Like, early Mr. Beast tier type video. Unbound is... kinda... shit. In some ways, in other ways it's fine, but overall I just wasn't really that impressed with it. Loaded with cringe, though, I'll tell you what. The entire game was literally, how do you do, fellow kids? That's it. It's like a bunch of 70-year-old men got together around the table and were like, alright, we need to appeal to the younger generation. What do they like? They like anime. They like blue hair. They like bubble wrap. Oh, that got blocked. They like saying the key zoomer words like I don't even know them off the top of my head. I refuse to know them. Like lit fam and no cap and I keep forgetting what, like, the one in the opening scene was that everybody was cringing over, but... Bam! Oh, shit. Thank you for the $1 super chat, Nick. Oh, you haven't even played it? Yeah, I kind of figured you haven't played it yet. You're too busy playing freaking Apex all the time. Burger. You're a new gen and grew up with PS2 and PS3. I am a 2009, as in like your birth year or something. Nice shirt, bro. Hell yeah. Gotta represent. I think this is like the third time I've worn this shirt during a stream. Yeah. Wonder what kind of lap times I could squeeze out with this setup. If I were to take a guess, if I were to try hard it in like a roof cam or something, then I could probably squeeze out a 127? 26 maybe, but... I feel like in the last 4 NFS games, there's not... Or just not there in terms of enjoyment compared to the other Ground 2, Most Wanted, Carbon, Pro Street era. In some aspects, yes. I mean, one thing I did like about Unbound, actually, it's not even in terms of like how enjoyable it is. I just like the car selection. There's a really wide variety of cars in Unbound. And keep in mind, the last NFS game I bought was 2015. And the one before that was Hot Pursuit 2010. So that's like my experience with modern NFS. So if Heat was very similar to Unbound, I wouldn't know because I didn't play Heat. But I do like the variety in Unbound whenever it comes to like car selection. The physics, though, I'm really not a fan of it. Because with the physics, you either had to have a build that was 100% grip, which was the better route to go, or 100% drift. So, if you're, like, in the middle or even just, like, slightly off, the cars were absolute dog water. So let's say you were like right in the middle of drift and grip. If you tried to drift, you would lose all your momentum and you would just be slow as hell everywhere. And if you tried to avoid going into the drift, but you do it anyway, well, actually no. If you tried to avoid going into a drift, then your car just would not turn. I really did not like the physics of Unbound. It did get better whenever I got better cars, but it was still pretty shit. And the cops, holy swizzle sticks, the cops, I swear to God. The cops, at first, like in the lower heats, they're way too easy. But by Heat 5, it's not even that they're fun, they're just annoying because they spawn everywhere, they spot you instantly, and sometimes you just don't even want to bother dealing with them. And the fact that you can't, like, you can almost, like, not even avoid them at some points is just incredibly irritating. Like, the cops in Carbon, like, I've never played Most Wanted 2005, so I won't know, but I did play a shit ton of Carbon back in the day, and even, like, a couple of years ago as well. And I absolutely love the police chases in Carbon. Especially with, like, the speed breaker ability, because, like, you can either just, like, dodge the rhinos really easily, or you can even use the speed breaker to, like, kind of wiggle your way through a roadblock whenever you hit it. And if you're in the speed breaker while, like, turning into the roadblock, it'll make the Corvette or whatever smaller cop car you're hitting just, like, go yeet into the air. And I really loved that about Carbon. And also the pursuit breakers, and just seeing an absolute sheer amount of cops that would spawn on you whenever you got whenever the backup would arrive. Unbound doesn't really have any of that. They have helicopters, which they're honestly not that hard to outrun. Or just, like, completely tricky. Just, like, go into a tunnel or under a bridge and they'll lose sight of you like idiots. And the heavies. The heavies on Unbound make absolutely no sense because they can keep up with you at 200 miles an hour like it's nothing. In Ford Raptors with off-road suspension. Nah. That is bullshit. The Corvettes should be the ones to keep up with you. No matter what. Not the freaking heavies. Oh, I should probably pit. Pitting every 12 laps. I need to do my quick maths. I'll go ahead and skip on the fuel for now. So if I pit every 12 laps, 24, 36, 48, 60. And then 72, 84. I'll be a little bit off as far as like getting a consistent pit strat, but basically pitting every 12 laps. And considering I'm coming out behind the Saline and GT before they go into the pits, I should be on good pace. As long as they pit within like the next couple laps. If they don't pit until lap 20, I'm probably in trouble. I love the NFS Edition cars in Hot Pursuit 2. I don't think I played Hot Pursuit 2 either. There's a lot of Need for Speed games that I miss. But the ones I have played are... I played High Stakes a lot when I was younger. Still do today. I played Underground 2. Beat it at least a couple times when I was younger. I played a shit ton of Carbon, a shit ton of Pro Street. A shit ton of Hot Pursuit 2010, and a moderate amount of 2015. And that's it. Oh, whoa. Kind of losing it here. Did I ever play NFS Heat? No, I did not. Saline pits around 22 laps. Bruh. I don't know if at 22 laps will be like overlapping in terms of like our pit strat, but cheese and rice. They're supposed to be on racing hards. I checked before I started this stream. And I'm on racing hards too. I call hacks. I do have the super hards though, so maybe like for the last stint I could just switch on to the super hards and avoid having the pit. Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna have to do. Enjoying your content, keep it up. Good work and thanks, big dogs. I appreciate it. And, yeah, I just wish Unbound was better, like, in every aspect. Pretty much. Then again, like, I'm not too familiar with modern Need for Speed, so I don't have, like, any set standards or expectations for it. Yes, 7 has bedrock tires. Probably. I have netherrack tires, and the Saline has freaking end portal frame tires. There's some weird looking LOD textures. You probably can't tell on the stream, but at this distance, the S7 is looking a little wonky. The AI just have like incredible tire management or something. I'm not really sure. Even with good tire management, I just don't see how it can last 22 laps. It's freaking ridiculous. But yeah, anyway, good thing I did put the supercharger on, because I'm gonna need it. If you can keep going a little bit more wide there every lap, that would be great. I've been pretty decent, Alex. I wouldn't say, like, great, though. I've been, like, a little, yeah, past couple months. But I'm on an upward trend right now, so there's that. Kurisu! You done shoveling snow today? I scared of 2P, what? You can go ahead and say what car it is. There's, like, really nothing to spoil about this game, to be honest. I don't even know what non-American car it would be. Unless it's, like, an Aussie Ford or something, which I don't think they do show up. Man, if I got that big of a lead on the Saline, like, at the start of the race, I must have really struggled getting past the AI. Because we're actually, like, somewhat even right now. The Spira shows up in this? What? That makes no sense. I didn't even know that, to be honest. Unless it's like... unless it's only for like the Japanese or PAL version of the game, but I've never seen it show up here. You hate snow and I hate sand. I don't like sand. Horrible memories of Mission 12. Mission 12 wasn't all that bad, I don't think. Whenever I did it. The 3-lap battle with the Ford GT. Spec 2. Oh, come on. Well, there goes the Pontiac. Snow is dumb. Salt water is worse. Spira has a Mustang engine, which... that's the thing. I don't... well, I mean, I think it's... honestly, I don't even think it's like a hot take or anything, but yeah, just because something has like an American engine doesn't make it American, really. Or like, you could apply that to anything. Oh, I'm trying to read the chat before things scroll over. I only remember why I did why I chose the Camaro for 1,000 miles. That was like so long ago, but oh boy, I really did not have fun driving that thing. And I was an idiot and wanted to race against the Cobra. I think like my excuse for that was because I wanted to drive a faster car so I could just get the championship out of the way faster. Like, imagine if I did that entire thing in like what's that tiny car called? Shit. What's that very tiny, I think it's a British car that I'm thinking of. Jetta, yes. Like, I can't imagine doing that entire championship in like a Jetta G4 or something along those lines. Also, there goes the 2 brake marker. Also, I was supposed to go skiing next week, but that kind of fell through, unfortunately, so might have to look into going skiing like later in February or March. But there are a couple trips that I do want to do soon. Hopefully. Well, by soon, I mean, like, within the next year. That would be, like, ideal for me, but it might actually be, like, another year or two. I want to go to Japan, and I want to go to the Nürburgring. Yes, very cliche for a sim racing YouTuber, if you call it sim racing. But those are 2 trips that I really want to do. They are absolute bucket list trips for me. And every single year I keep saying, okay, I'm going to start saving up for a Japan trip, or I'm going to start saving up for a Germany trip, and those savings just disappear within weeks, and I completely forget about it. But hopefully with the help of YouTube and whatever other adventures I plan on taking next year, maybe that can finally happen. But we'll just have to see how it goes. I'm gonna do 1,000 miles with the Isuzu Billet. Are the Isuzu cars in this game 1970 and earlier? I thought they were like actual 70s cars, like after 1970. Yeah, Minolta's definitely the best Group C in this game. Oh, nope. Oh my god, I actually saved a slide on GT4. Kind of. How on earth did I do that? I'm gonna go tryhard cam for a little bit, because I think I need to get some solid laps in so I can put some distance between me and the Saline. Also, this audio is a little bit louder on my end now. Oh yeah, I should probably ask, now that we're on the topic, how's the audio, at least like right now? Does the music need to go up? Does the game audio need to go down, etc.? Oh, it's a 96 or 69? Haha, funny number. Gotcha. If I ever do a playthrough of this game, which I know I'm not, I definitely will not choose an American muscle car again. Too boaty. Game audio and the music is fine. What about the my mic? I'm assuming it'd be fine, because if people can't hear me, then yeah, probably would have mentioned it by now. We'll roll with it. Holy swizzle sticks, I just realized we have 62 people watching. Nice. That's the highest it's been in a while. Even though I have 26.5 thousand subscribers now. Lol. I guess it's because I'm streaming later in the day now. Instead of like in the afternoon here when everybody's at school or work. It's pretty late in Europe right now, but everybody should be off everything here in North America at least. Trying to find every car with stage 5 turbo. Stage 5? Do you mean like the original turbo thing from the Tuner Village? That's the only thing I could think of. What's up, PJ? I use Skyline with minor upgrades for 1,000 miles, but yeah, the my A-spec points were also pretty shit in 1,000 miles. Just because like my only competition was a Cobra, and I guess the game picked up my car as being way too OP for the Cobra, and the other AI being completely irrelevant to me. Kind of dragged that down a lot more. How is GT4 with the wheel compared to GT7? So... Oh, whoa. Pretty much, GT4 has this very bad problem with high downforce cars at high speed. So, pretty much on every wheel cam video you'll ever see of GT4, if somebody takes like a Group C, for example, down the Mulsanne straight, their wheel will just be like this the entire time, like uncontrollable shaking. Even if you like try with all your strength to just keep the wheel straight and steady, the wheel will just like kick it back and forth the entire time. Also, we're pitting on the next lap, so we'll just keep this even. But yeah, that's like the #1 issue with GT4 as far as like wheel goes. Whenever you, well, this is more like in terms of physics for this part, but whenever you slide, it's a lot harder to recover on GT4 than it is GT7. But that has more to do with like physics overall, I think. But I definitely like driving with the wheel a lot more than the controller. Of course, I mean, who wouldn't? But mainly because like, not only one, you have more control in general. You can get more precise steering and throttle and brake input. But also for the fact that whenever I play on controller, I use X for accelerate. And my thumb just absolutely kills me after like 30 minutes of driving. I would not survive any of these endurance races if I was playing on a controller. So that's pretty much my reasons for it. I really need to make this chat box longer. I'll make it, or I'll do it in the pits. Starting to understeer all over the place. Need to get some fuel this time. Okay, there we go. Should be enough. Last time I played was Yeah, I think that was the first endurance I did, the Tsukuba Roadster race, because I wanted the RX-7 LM. But now that I think about it, I'm probably not even going to be able to use it in this LP, because originally I was going to use that car for the Nürburgring 24-hour, but it's just way too OP. So I'm going to be using the Amiga RX-7 instead, the GT300. Gran Turismo 7 is a spin-off. Hopefully. Motor carriage for endurance. Have y'all seen that video where some absolute maniac lapped the Nordschleife in the motor carriage? Or was it the motor wagon? I don't know, but some crazy person actually did that, and it took him like 4 hours, I think. First of all, I don't even know how that was possible to begin with. That thing does not have enough power to make it up the majority of the hills on that track. Oh yeah, I still have to do the Formula GT Championship later on. That is like 15 races, all like an hour and a half to 2 hours long each. That's going to be longer than a single 24-hour race. And also, going back to the wheel topic, the Formula GTs are super hard to control on the wheel. I remember like a year or two ago, I was driving the Formula GT on midfield, and the chicane, every time I went to the chicane, I would spin out, no matter what I did. And I'm pretty sure midfield is one of the races for the championship. But they are extremely hard to drive on the wheel. And I'm actually debating on just doing that with the controller, but I'm going to have to get used to driving on a controller again. And, like, get proper settings on the emulator and stuff like that. Can I drift? Not on this game. Absolutely not. This game will punish you for even trying. In fact, this game punishes you worse than Need for Speed Unbound would for even trying to drift. Oh, I just realized I got a E, a 128.07. Maybe at some point in this race I'll finally master turn 5, I think that is. Every single time I drive this track, I go wide there, just like I went wide there. Not like that. That was just lucky. I've been playing on my Steam Deck mainly, removing the reverse camera. If I bought a Steam Deck, I would probably never leave my bed. So I think I'm just gonna avoid buying one entirely. It would be very anti-good for my discipline. Why don't you play newer Gran Turismo? I do play it. In fact, my main content. Oh, replay's done. That one finished a little bit early, only 42 minutes in. Greetings from Brazil. What's up, I almost said Diego, but I caught myself. Diego from Brazil. This is Brazil. Fast 5 reference. Din Diesel. Do I do daily races in GT7? I have actually done a few recently. I did a couple of the Roadster touring cars at Road Atlanta last week. That one was super fun. Perfect combo. Oh. Nice, grippy momentum car on Road Atlanta. Absolutely perfect. I was going to make a video on it, but because I'm a dingus, every good race I get, and for daily races, I always forget to save the replay. So, yeah. Also, to be honest, like, making daily race videos, they are actually a lot more complicated than you'd think. Because you don't remember which race is which, you have to scroll through and find like all the key moments that you want to go over, and then commentating over them after like you edit the clips together. It's just kind of a nightmare. I've done one sport mode video before, but it really wasn't that good in terms of like my standards, at least. $65 miles on this Viper so far. And wow. I think this is the fastest 45 minutes of my life. What? It feels like I've been driving for 20 minutes and we're already at the 45-minute mark, a third of the way done. What the hell? I guess because like the chat's been scrolling so fast and I've been talking so much, time has been going fast. And now that I brought it up, it's probably gonna be super slow the rest of the race. Just gotta jinx myself. Knock on wood. Really handy that my rig is made out of wood. I could just knock it right here. Alright, I really need to start getting my driving together. And ignore the freaking brake indicator because it's way too early right there. I've done the Lasarth 24-hour, the one without chicanes. All in A-Spec. And I'm probably going to be doing the Nürburgring 24-hour this weekend. AR Gaming. As long as I can get a few of the special condition hard events done, where I reach 75%, because I'm doing the 24-hour at 75%, and then the final 24 for the last race of the game. It's kind of how I'm gonna go about the rest of this. I still have a decent chunk of the long races to do. I have to do Suzuka 1000, Fuji 1000, Tsukuba 9-hour, Nürburgring 4-hour, Nürburgring 24-hour, Lassar 24-hour with chicanes. New York. And Grand Valley. And Super Speedway, but that one is short. I took a look at... I mean, I've seen a couple of his videos in the past just because, like, of GT4 Online. But other than that, I haven't really seen his channel show up. I don't really see a lot of channels that are, like, in different languages because they just don't show up in my, they don't show up in my recommended or my search. But I don't know, time trials would be nice to do against other people, but it wouldn't make sense to just do like a 1v1 type thing. It'd need to be like a group thing. Like a group competition. And then there's a fact of like who's gonna cheat, who's gonna be legit. Some people might use save states into their attempt. There's just like a lot of factors to consider whenever it comes to that. I took that corner absolutely terrible. I already know what car I win, but I'm not really too bothered about spoilers for this game because it is, how old is this game? Like 18 years old now? AKJ, I'm pretty sure you meant to say PSP is the shit. PSP is the shit. Not GT PSP though. GT PSP is kind of ganj, not gonna lie. Alright, enough with the bait. Alright, y'all are all cringe. Submit to the fit. Don't submit to the fit. Submit to the spoon fat. Spoon fat. Fit. Spoon fit. Submit to the fat. Yeah, the walking turkey slash chicken, that's Gordo, my spirit animal. Gordo's been with me since the launch of GT4 Online. Me and the GT4 Online gang entirely, pretty much. Can I send you a friend request? What is your best time on Tsukuba Circuit? Oh, come on. A little bit of a raid there. Why do I get so distracted whenever I'm trying to drive good and I just drive worse entirely? I got the corkscrew headaches from GT3's IA5. GT2 was my introduction to the corkscrew. And a Viper GTS, of all things. I will never forget that, that agony I went through as a young lad. What's my opinion on the Red Bull X 2019? It's a very fast nose trimmer. That's all I gotta say about it. It's literally a nose trimmer on wheels. So lapse a cube in half a second with an F18 once. Oh, really? Alright, my front tires are gone, but I still have one more lap to go before I pit. I don't know why my fronts died so much faster this time around. Probably just driving a lot worse. Sub fit to the mid. Viper's hard to drive, right? Not right now. I'm on the only thing I've done to this is put the racing hards on. And it's actually quite stable. I'm just, because I'm having to read the chat and also, like, use a larger portion of my brain than usual to talk about things, I'm kind of struggling as far as, like, just keeping it on track, but the car itself is actually pretty good right now. Well, not right now because my fronts are dead, but yeah. Got the Tomahawk X and GT6. That was also a nose trimmer. Like, it was, they literally went into a barber shop and got the sound off a trimmer. Just right to the mic. GT5 and GT6 sounds in general are just ass. All right. Tomahawk X in 2022 is basically just the money grinding machine until it got patched. Freaking sub 700 PP builds. Do I play Forza? I have never played Forza in my entire life. But I may or may not have Horizon 5 installed on my PC. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Tomahawk 6, yes, I just said that. Sound design was to warn your neighbors about the fact you were playing GT6 at... Oh, I'm so glad I missed the heyday. Well, am I glad I missed the heyday of GT5 and 6? Probably, because I was a Call of Duty degenerate back then. But I just can't stand the sounds in those games. I probably had more fun playing COD, to be honest. Gran Turismo movie 2023. Oh yeah, that's a thing. thing that's gonna happen. You can make the game go silent driving over 370 miles an hour in the Red Bull on Route X. Well, that's not breaking the sound barrier, so it's like almost halfway, I think. Hit before, it's a Disney movie. I'm really curious what the GT movie is going to turn out to be. Burger with no honey mustard. Honestly, honey mustard sounds a little fire on a burger, not gonna lie. On a smash burger specifically. With that good old gooey processed American cheese running down the side, Guga style. But thank you for the $5, Nick. That's gonna be going towards my plane ticket where I visit again. Meow. Burger with no honey mustard. Who eat honey with burger? Why did that make me laugh? He just said who eat honey with burger. What the fuck? God, I find the most weird random things funny. Honey is fire though, don't be dissing honey. Or 34 GTR's a Disney princess. Okay, let's chill. This is a YouTube stream, not a Twitch stream. Even though Kaz isn't like, well, actually, I guess you could say he is like big and famous, but a documentary on Kaz, I'd watch that. I don't really know much about him other than like, pretty sure he did WRC in an Evo 5 and the Nürburgring 24-hour in his GTR, right? And the 2013 Scholz Motorsport R35. If I recall correctly, or remember. Oh, bonk. Bonk. Well, yeah, GT movie is real. It's been like... I don't know why studios do this now, but... pretty much whenever a new movie is planned... There will be news coming out like, oh, this movie is planned. And then it'll be like, oh, writing has begun. Then it'll be like, oh, casting has begun. Production has begun. Like, stop freaking telling us this shit. Just, like, surprise us with, like, a trailer out of nowhere or something. Or maybe something that gets leaked. That's fine. But they keep announcing things like... Alright, we're planning it. Alright, now we're writing it. Alright, now we're casting roles for it. It's like, stop. You're killing the hype. They do that with freaking Marvel movies too. It's like so stupid. And then whenever the first like teaser for it comes out, it's like, coming out in 2024. Like, that's 2 years away. Literally, like, they're announcing shit 2 years away. Announcing things like 9 months or 6 months before it comes out, that's one thing. That's like actually normal, but they're getting way too ahead of themselves these days. Like, come on. Just like, don't say anything until like stuff is actually being done. That's the #1 problem with the the Avatar Netflix live adaptation, if you are familiar with it, they said years ago that they were planning on doing a live adaptation of Avatar The Last Airbender on Netflix. They said that years ago. Then they said that writing was started. Then they said they're casting. Then they said production is starting. And then it all like went back in the loop again. Oh, well, this didn't work out, so we're restarting. We're casting again. We're writing again. It's like, y'all fucked up the first time. Now you're all fucking up again. Just stop. And now I'm pretty sure the series isn't even going to happen after like 4 years of gossip and news about it. So, anyway, that's my rant whenever it comes to like studios and announcing shit way too early. But yeah, as far as the GT movie itself goes, I have no idea what it's like gonna be about. I'm sure like they've like made a summary of it, of like a basic description of what the movie is about, but I'm not really keeping up with it. I'd rather just wait till a trailer's like actually out for it. The Rock will be in it. Probably. Imagine The Rock as a racing driver. Just like anti-weight reduction. Because The Last Airbender has always, or live has always gone well in the past. Lol. You know, if you have a good series or a good movie, just because they make more of it doesn't always mean that it's going to be better. Star Wars being the perfect example. Star Wars used to be awesome. It was this one, like, cult classic thing. It was perfect. Nothing else had to be done with it. And then Disney came into the picture. And look at it now. That shit is getting milked to absolute death. And yeah, a lot of people like The Mandalorian, that's whatever. But the large majority of Star Wars shit coming out these days is just utter trash. And of course, of the, well, technically 4 movies that came out in the past decade, of course those had to be the absolute worst of all the new content. But yeah. Sometimes it's best to leave well enough alone. But no. Money. 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 And that's the most important thing to these studios. Yeah, I get it. They're a business. They need to make money. But, whoa. But at least, like, come on. Be original. Make, like, a new series. Don't just, like, freaking milk everything until it's dead. Nobody has creativity anymore. Yes, Baby Yoda. That's all The Mandalorian has for it. Maybe some good writing. Wasn't, like, Ahsoka in there, too, for, like, a few episodes? I don't know. I don't watch Mandalorian. But I swear to God, Baby Yoda got on my absolute nerves very fast. Just plagued the internet for months. But yeah, let's try to shift to another topic, because I've been bitching about that long enough, and my driving is suffering because of it. What tires am I using? I'm using the racing hards. I also have the super hards, but I haven't equipped them this race yet. It's probably going to be used on my last stint, so I don't have to pit in 6 laps. Oh, also, we're almost halfway through this race. Approaching lap 45. Looks like this race might be like 2 hours and 20 minutes long, somewhere around there. Oh yeah, the music that y'all are hearing right now, I'm not actively listening to it because the game audio is already loud enough for me, and like I kind of need to hear myself talk for my brain to even function, because if there's too much noise going on and I'm trying to talk at the same time, it's just kind of a mess. But yeah. Where's my mouse? Oh, it's on the screen. Get over there. Damn it. I knew that was a bad idea. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, the Celine's like super far behind. Oh. That's anticlimactic. I thought it was still keeping up with me pretty good. Well, yeah, looks like we have this race in the bag in that case. Hit strat isn't going to be an issue. Come on. Get it together. Not this version of the song. This version isn't copyrighted. Thankfully. There we go. Trying to multitask while driving. Get wrecked. Come on, stop going wide right there. I know I could just... Jeez, I'm an absolute disaster. Also, when did I get a mid 127? I did not even know that, or notice it. So yeah, with that being said, we could easily get into 126 as long as I stop driving like a dingus. Yeah, Shotoko Revival is cool and all, but it's definitely lacking in some aspects. For one, the sound on Assetto Corsa is absolute dog water. A lot of people say it's good, but it's really not. The exhaust flames are also trash. There's that. It also depends on like your PC hardware, how good you can make it look and stuff. But I do have a VR headset. It's back there somewhere. And I have done no hezi runs with like the traffic and stuff. And that's pretty sweet. I need to do that more often. But it's just like I can only wear the VR headset for like maybe an hour at a time before I absolutely feel like shit. So there's definitely like a limit on how long I could be in it. This is like Assetto Corsa is too robotic, and this word probably won't make sense, but it's too digital. I don't know all the right terminology, but It's just lacking in a lot of ways. Yeah, the FOV in my Quest 2 is kind of trash. And same with like the blurriness. So like in the lenses, like towards the edge of the lens, it gets real blurry for me. I don't know if that has to do with my contact lenses or what, but I was kind of really disappointed by it when I first started using it. So hopefully a solid VR headset comes out in the future that actually looks decent from inside, and it doesn't scan your retinas and send it off to Zuckerberg at the same time. That'd be nice. I've done the face cam a couple times on this channel, just hasn't really been the main focus though. I'm a real like no nonsense type of channel, if you know what I mean. But yep, time to pit. Just gotta wait for AC2, Assetto Corsa 2. Huh? I don't understand. Okay, I just realized. No wonder this tasted different. I have a different flavor of my signature energy drink than I usually get, and it's actually kind of fire. I don't remember this flavor being this good. I usually get cherry limeade, but this time I got strawberry something. Strawberry lemonade. I could have sworn I didn't like any flavor besides cherry limeade at first, but that's good to know. This is actually pretty good. I do have glasses, actually. But if I can wear my contact lenses without my eyes getting too tired, then I'll definitely wear them. But contact lenses are kind of annoying in the fact that randomly your eyes could just get really blurry because they get a bunch of like goop built up behind them. They can make your eyes really dry, or they could just like be irritating and get dust in them, or just fall out entirely. What brand energy drink? It's literally called Rowdy Energy. Not sponsored, not affiliated, but yeah. It's the Kyle Busch Rowdy brand. He's an imposter, apparently. Either that or a really big fan. So, ain't that something? I have an energy drink named after me. Herpy derp. You could say I'm famous. I look like a Game of Thrones character. I've actually never seen Game of Thrones, but when I was in high school, well, actually I don't think it was out in high school, so that wouldn't make sense. Basically, at some point in my life, I heard nothing but Game of Thrones for like years straight, but I just never got around to watching it. Your cat has an energy drink named after her? What's your cat's name? John Rowdy Snow. Alani. Haven't heard of that one before. Must not be in the US. Come on, take a good line for once. Imagine naming your cat Monster. Low Monster. You're in Seattle. I guess it's like a regional drink or something like that. Because I've never heard of it, and I'm in Texas. You know somebody who named their cat Garlic? Bruh. I mean, I know like some weird people name their pets like Pumpkin or Lemon or Cherry, something weird like that, but not Garlic. Yours is gonna be syntax error. What, your cat's name? Or your pet? You have to be a special kind of crazy to have an orange cat. Those fuckers are crazy. I'm hoping to get another cat or like a yellow lab or something like that sometime next year. I just don't know what I'm gonna name him just yet. Coming from a city full of orange cats, oh boy, that must be fun. These AI are just wiping out all the braking markers. Evil. Also double overtake, nice. Until I get switcherooed right here. Maybe. Not exactly switcherooed, but yeah. Get it together. Jesus, sassy beach. It's Philly. In addition to the meth, shootouts, and cheesesteaks, we have a lot of orange tabbies for some bizarre reason. Yeah, Philly is definitely like a stray cat type city. As if all the tweakers didn't freaking shoot them all with BB guns already. You know people are sick enough to do that shit. Philly seems like a stray person type. Oh, wow. Okay. I was too busy laughing at that comment. Philly seems like a stray person type of place. Oh, boy. Punt. Suddenly, we're playing Forza. There's another retracted message. Yeah, and apparently, I only found this out recently, but apparently stray cats are responsible for well, no. Was it 4 billion or 2 billion? I'm gonna say over 1 billion birds a year in the US. Just from stray cats alone. They're responsible for killing over 1 billion birds. Alien. Which I found absolutely ridiculous. And I question how they came up with that number to begin with, but take it with a grain of salt. Trying to do a decent lap for once. Now that the chat slowed down a little bit. And going wide. Philly is basically pre-90s San Fran prior to the tech hipster boom. I don't really know what San Fran was like before, like, nowadays. Nowadays, everybody just shits on the street, and you have a pretty hefty risk of getting a used syringe in your foot just by walking on the sidewalk. Oh boy. Yeah, whenever your NFL team wins the Super Bowl and you destroy your own city. Like, bruh. Eagles fans are a different breed. Eagles fans are freaking crazy. That's literally my job every day. What is? I don't know what it was that I was referring to. Yeah, in general, sports fans are just weird. I stopped giving a shit about sports a long time ago. Just doesn't really excite me anymore. Same goes for like motorsports or, well, anything really. Just not all that interested. Come on, where's my mouse? Your job involves cleaning up shit, needles, and other trash out of our local park. Oh, big rip. Hope you got a hazmat suit for that. People who litter in city parks are like the worst scum. Like, trash cans exist, but they're just so fucking lazy they can't walk 50 feet to a trash can to throw something away. Instead, they're like, oh, nature will take care of it. Or they'll be like Ricky from Trailer Park Boys. They'll throw their beer bottle in the pond to be like, well, the ocean is just gonna take it away anyways. When it doesn't. It just stays there in the pond. It just disappears in the water. I don't really watch any form of motorsport, to be honest. Like, whenever... I almost said Lassard, lol. Whenever Le Mans or Nürburgring comes around, I'll watch that for a little bit, but I don't, like, know all the drivers or the teams and stuff like that. I don't watch F1 because it just doesn't seem that exciting to me. And I watch IMSA every now and then, actually, but like I said, I don't keep up with it. Oh, come on. They just expect us to shut the fuck up and deal with it. I think part of the reason why I don't watch F1 is that do they broadcast it for free in like Europe or wherever else? Because I know you have to pay for it here in the US, which is bullshit. I'm definitely not paying to watch it, even if it might be cheap. Just not really interesting enough for me. If they still had like the V8s or V10s, then I'd find it more exciting, but the cars just sound like trash now. I'm sure they sound loud in real life, but loud doesn't mean good. Also lap 60 of 90. 60-90. Tired at 3 a.m. going to sleep. Alrighty then. See you in the next one, GT shitpost. Hang on. Alright, I have to take a leak, so I will enter the pits real quick and pause it, and I will be right back. Pit stuff. Late 90s FIA GT champs. I kind of want to watch like 90s championships like JGTC and stuff, but I have no idea where to even find that to begin with. Alright, 2/3 of the way done. About another 45 minutes to go. And yes, I completely did jinx myself earlier when I said, oh wow, time is going by so fast, and now it feels like it's going slow. Of course it does. Let's see if we can put down some solid laps, finally. Oh, damn, Daniel. What up? So, as far as, like, what we're gonna do after this... I might just go ahead and start with the... Oh my god, let's do it. Too hot, too hot. I might just go ahead and start with the Special Condition Hard events. We'll be starting at Seca Diaria. But I might actually have to wait for tomorrow for that. Or whenever I stream next, which is probably going to be Thursday. I think Thursday would be like a good chance to maybe squeeze in the Super Speedway 100 and enough, well, hopefully enough special condition events to reach 75%. And then from that, we'll start the Nürburgring 24-hour this weekend, if all goes according to plan. Oh my, I just realized something. I have no idea what bitrate I've been recording in this whole time. That's a high bitrate. Oh boy. Good thing I freed up a ton of space on my SSD a couple days ago. That's gonna be one big file. But I'm not bothered with restarting the stream just to change it, so we'll roll with it. Oh, I just realized your name is SSD. Kind of. Well, come on, steer. Or, well, I should slow down more, rather. Seagate or Samsung? Hollywood drunk driver. Come on. Don't go all the way. I need to wait. Don't have enough time to take a drink. Take a drink. Oh, we're approaching the Ford GT. Oh, okay, well. Gran Turismo 4 physics moment. We are no longer approaching the Ford GT. Yep, the GT3 Cobra. I remember that thing. Couldn't survive a single lap around here. Oh, there goes my phone. Not like I need it anyway. Can't tell what car that is. I think that's a GTO. Yeah. Into just one lap or back up with the Ford GT again. Bonk. Alright, you can move now. All these brake markers are just disappearing the more we progress. I'm right here, Mr. Fordo Gordo. What's up, Azuma? Welcome. Welcome to the Sufferfest. Except not really suffering. This is actually not that bad. Let me do a little cheat shifting here. I kind of have to swipe my hand right there because it helps me hit the buttons, like, better. Yes, it looks ridiculous. Also, I keep realizing I'm not on the brakes all the way because the sensitivity got changed. Remember that video of, some dude driving a Lambo with paddle shifters? And he's shifting it like this. But, like, his arm swings further back, but, like, I would hit this if I did that, and it'd be a disaster. But yeah. Do a little bit of cockpit cam. Oh my, well, okay, I can't see anything. This just looks so goofy. I don't know why I even have this. Still. It's just Ganj. Whoa. Ugh. Alright, that's enough of that. One more lap until the funny number. The number that's still funny like 10 years later. Or however long it's been funny for. Oh, come on. The cockpit cam on the Pajero with soft suspension makes the driver's neck whiplash. Yeah, try hitting a, try going like over 200 miles an hour in a Honda Beat, and then just hitting like a flat wall. I actually have that moment from a old video I did. It was like a 1,000 horsepower Honda Beat with a Speed 12 engine. And here we go. Enjoy your laughter with funny number. Yay. Funny sex. Funny sex. Fun fact, Pajero in Spanish means wanker. I knew it meant something a little bit naughty, but I didn't know it was like wanker specifically. But in Spanish it'd be like pajero, right? The J with a H sound instead. Squeezed by the Camaro. Found it's very hard to find sim racing games in the 2000s. Well, it's hard to find sim racing games from the 2000s in general. Like actual sims. They weren't really a thing. I mean, I think like a couple existed, but yep. That's what I really liked about GT2. It was just absolutely loaded with like awesome JDM cars. Stuff that like we haven't seen ever since, like the Pulsar, four-door. There were like, yeah, R33 GTSTs, stuff like that, and even like the tuned versions of them. It's like such a good variety. Some of them came back and forth, like the Toyota Starlet. Just to name one example. Oh, there was an R33 four-door. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, were there four-door Skylines? But couldn't remember off the top of my head. Sub Fanta 90. Yeah, GT2 is still my favorite GT game. Like, you might be surprised I didn't say GT4 or GT7, but in terms of a base game with no emulation, no cheats, no steering wheel, no nothing, 100% vanilla, GT2 is my favorite. Just because of, like, how cool the car selection was. Very, very good variety. And plus, like, my favorite era of cars is the 80s and 90s anyway, so it's just fitting for my personal taste. I don't remember what Hammond's Oliver car is. Oh. Yeah, I didn't... Well, actually, did I play GT1 at all when I was younger? I don't think I did. But GT2 was my first one. Then I think I got 4 before I got 3, which was funny, but... yeah, I did get 4 before 3. But yeah. Oh, come on. Missing all the apexes here. Alright, wait. 18 laps to go? I think yeah, we'll switch to the super hards. This should be the last pit. See if we can squeeze out 18 laps on this set of tires instead of the 12 we've been doing on the regular hards. Might be a little challenging to pull off, though. Realistically, we'll probably get 15 laps. But we have a solid enough lead to where I don't think it'll really matter. And now I have less grip, so I gotta keep that in mind. GT3 is... it's okay. I mean, there's some things that are good about it, but it has a lot less cars in 2 and 4. That's definitely like its weakest part. If you ever played GT5 or 6, I did play GT5 a little bit, and I like fired up GT6 for the first time a couple months ago, but I did not play them at all in their heyday. I don't really like either of them that much. And nowadays, I just think PS3 graphics in general look terrible. Not that I really give a shit about the graphics, but to an extent, it matters. And on PS3, it just looks blurry in a bad way. After I'm done with GT4, I can't say that I'm going to do anything else after it, to be honest, because I have no idea what life will be like whenever that even comes around. I might finish GT4 by, like, summer next year. I might finish it in 2 years from now. Who knows? But this series alone has been going on for 2.5 years. And I could have been finished with it, like, at least a year ago if I just, like, if this was my only focus, but it's not. I have, like, other forms of content that have become, like, my main focus. This has kind of just been, like, a back burner type thing. Even though it's really easy to do this, like, I just have to stream a couple episodes and upload said episodes throughout the week. But it just really hasn't been my priority. And if I start another playthrough, then it'll be even less of a priority. Because I started with this game because this is like the one game I really wanted to get like 100% on and have a YouTube series over it. The rest I don't really care too much about. Maybe GT2, but still, like, point still stands. I don't know what I'm going to be doing by the time this series is done. So, I'm not making any plans right now. But as far as GT5 and 6 go specifically, I'll probably never do playthroughs of them. Let alone, like, make dedicated videos of them in general. They're just not really good. In my opinion. What racing game do I want to see remastered? I don't really know. Because, I mean, I don't know if I want games to be remastered now that I think about it. Because every game that's been remastered that I used to play, well, every game that I used to play that has ended up being remastered, I play it for like a week, and then I never touch it again. Because I've already played it, and just new graphics and, like, bug fixes don't really amuse me that much. So I can't really say which one, because I kind of don't have any. If I want to play the game, I'll just plug in the console or fire up the emulator and play it. Oh, I'll absolutely never play GT Sport for pretty much anything. It's just 7, but more... it's like 7, but less. I don't give a fuck about what. Kind of random. I don't know what you're referring to. I'd like to see well, maybe a Burnout game remastered would be nice. I played Burnout Dominator quite a bit, but I heard Takedown's like the popular one, so I guess Burnout 3 Takedown remastered will be nice. It doesn't have to be like an all-out remaster or whatever. It could just be like a re-release with updated audio and better graphics and stuff like that. But in general, I just don't really care too much for remasters. Just keep going wide right there. $12 laps to go. I'm still in the greens. Oh, who's that in the pits? Ford GT. I think that is one lap ahead now. Oh, just barely missed him across the line. Yep, we have officially lapped second place. Yeah, I still haven't tried GT5 on RPSC3 or whatever you call it. Just because, like, how buggy it is. I'm just gonna wait until they get it fully figured out. I haven't played any Resident Evil games, so... I mean, the remakes look cool, but I haven't played in. Ten laps to go. Test Drive, I played Test Drive Unlimited on PSP and PS2, but that was the only one. I really loved Test Drive Unlimited back then. It had a unique vibe to it. Going to sleep? Alrighty, Javier. Have a good sleep. I'll catch you in the next stream. Only got 9 laps to go in this one. I think this is probably going to be the only race I do for tonight's stream because I did start quite a bit late. And I think on Thursday I'll probably start a little bit earlier. Knock out the Super Speedway 150, I think it is. Or 100, I don't remember exactly, but we'll knock that out. We'll get started on Special Condition Hard. Up to 75% completion. And hopefully this weekend, knock out the Nürburgring. Yes, this is the first Gran Turismo with 24-hour races. The first out of only 2. Since GT5 was the last one to have them. Just having this for the background sound while driving at work is badass. Yep. Definitely hits you in the nostalgia pretty hard. I am really struggling with my driving right now. So the fronts are going a bit lime now, and whenever your tires turn lime color, that's usually like the indicator that they're halfway as far as like tire life goes. And so with an 18 lap set with 7 to go, well technically 8, we should be in good shape. Yeah, imagine using B-Spec. Must be nice. Meanwhile, I'm dumb enough to do an A-Spec only playthrough. But if I use B-Spec, then I lose. Is there a video or write-up somewhere out? Yes, but I'm not going to, like, provide a link to, like, download the game or a BIOS file or anything, because rules and laws do exist, and I don't advocate for piracy. So, if you want to find that stuff out, that's all on you. But I do have a settings video on my channel if you look it up. That should help you in that aspect, at least. Look, I gotta sneeze. Am I gonna sneeze? Or am I gonna lose it? Fuck. I don't know if I'm gonna sneeze or if I'm gonna lose the sneeze. I hate when this happens. Okay, I guess I lost it. Yeah, the Janetta G4 on a wheel is just very spongy, I guess you could say. It's just like so awkward to drive. And slow, meaning the races will be longer. Oh god, my sneeze is coming back again. Stop it, nose. Ugh. Okay, go wide again. Game sound is kind of cutting off. I don't see how it would be. Game audio is slightly glitching. Okay, that's 2 people mentioning it. That's weird. We'll keep going, and if it keeps doing it, then just let me know. I do have the application audio capture through OBS, so it's different than just like desktop audio. Maybe it has something to do with that, but it sounds fine to me through my headphones. Fine now. Okay, hopefully it stays like that. Oh, I thought my face cam froze for a second. Lol. It tends to do that every now and then. Ligmasuka, yes. Oh, turning too late. Oh, yep, only 5 laps. This race didn't take that long, to be honest. In terms of, like, how long it felt. If I didn't start the stream so late, I would definitely do the Laguna, or not, I am doing that, Herb Derb. I would definitely do Grand Valley or Super Speedway next, but it's a little too late for that. I kind of have to ruin my sleep schedule for tomorrow so I can get ready for the update, because tomorrow, well, Thursday morning, we'll just say, I'm going to have to make quite a bit of videos on the new update, so, yeah. Gotta go, but it was fun watching. Elias? Well, I'm glad you enjoyed. I shall see you on Thursday, probably. If you are here, and if I am here to begin with. Scat, well, 4 to go now. And my front right is slightly creeping into the orange. But it looks like I will survive. The first 45 minutes flew by like really fast for me. This thing is getting really slidey now. We'll do a little bit of cheat shifting here. Oh, missed it that one time. What's up, Akame? If I pronounce that right. New sub, welcome. How do you do? Well, on these super hards, it looks like we won't be getting my best lap any lower. Thought I was going to be able to squeeze into the 126s, but my driving has not been perfect today. Then again, when is it ever perfect? Just got home, missed the whole race. Big rip. It'll be up as a video, and like, I would like to have it up tomorrow as like the actual episode, but I don't think it will be going up in time. Maybe I could quickly edit it and get it rendered tonight. And if it's done rendering before I fall asleep, then I'll try to upload it. I'll see if I can do that, actually. Have it as an upload for tomorrow. Your new sub 2, nice. I almost said tub for some reason. Tongue-tangulating. I haven't even had a beer yet. What's my favorite car in Gran Turismo 4? Probably the RX-7 LM. Now with that, what is your best time on Tsukuba Circuit? That's the real question. Viper boy. Final lap. My fronts are spanked, but let's see if we can make this clean for once. Gotta take these corners much slower now. There goes a Saline. Like, I think it's one lap behind, so yeah. Bidding with 2 more laps to go. Under the bridge one more time. This thing is dirty. This thing has like no more shine to it whatsoever. It's been going off track too much. And for the final corner, are we going to get past the GTO? Yeah. Yep, easy. There we go. Laguna Seca, 200 miles. Now complete. Nice. So, I don't think... Oh, wait. How many laps? Oh, I missed it. I don't know how many laps it's had the GTO and everything else was behind. But there we have it. What's our price credits again? At 200K, that's like nothing. And people complain about GT7 payouts. Lol. 200K for 2 hours. Save this replay so I can get easy thumbnail, even though I already have one. Look it. I need to move the chat. Why can't I move the chat? Alright, there we go. Don't care about naming it. That takes too much time. Bam. Alright, so. Prize car time. I already know what it is, but... Yep, it's kind of an obvious one. But of course, it's going to be the GT40 race car. 69, sex number. Sex. Anyway. Go check her out. And just one race gave us 0.2% completion. I'll go over why I brought that up here in a momento after we end the episode out. End it out. I don't think that makes sense. But here it is, 500 brake horsepower or 493 brake horsepower, because the horsepower number changed for some reason in the home menu screen, whether you're looking at the car or on the list for whatever reason. I don't know why I definitely did that, but there we go. Jesus, that was a ramble. And that is a lot of money. I didn't think you'd be able to sell for that much. I thought it'd be like 200 to 300K. But regardless, I keep forgetting Circle is X in this generation of games. I don't know why they changed it. But anyway, stay tuned for more Gran Turismo 4.